The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here joining you with Dick Girardi. We're coming to you from Parks Racing, bringing you all the latest in horse racing and news from around the country. On today's show, we're thrilled to have Jeff Maddie, our PTHA Executive Director, joining us to discuss Equine Safety and Welfare Act that's being implemented here at Parks, and a new opening of Parks Racing Sportsbook here in Malvern, with more for that on Bruce Casella, and some top 3-year-old races. We have a lot to get to. It's a great show today.
It is a great show, and of course we had the Eclipse Awards were announced last week, Danny, after we taped our show. And look, no surprise, Nick's Go was an overwhelming choice as Horse of the Year. He got 232 with the 235 votes, as he should have. I thought the 3-year-old was the most contentious. I wrote about it for Let'sGoRacingParks.com this week. It was a little closer than I thought, frankly. I was a little worried that people would just not vote for Medina Spirit because they were upset with the positive test and Baffert and all that, but Essential Quality won it 131 to 84. I voted for Medina Spirit. I have no problem with Essential Quality as a 3-year-old champ. He had a phenomenal year. Either one would have been great. Life is Good got 18 votes. Obviously, I think he's more talented than either one of them, but he just didn't run at the races that they ran in. I thought Steve Asmussen would be close to Brad Cox for Trainer of the Year. It was a rout. Brad Cox 189, 33 for Asmussen, including my vote. Rider of the Year, good for Joe Adversario. It's hard to believe it was his first Eclipse Award, but he deserved it. He had a great, great year. A lot of the other categories were runaways, as they should have been, but Steve Asmussen had two outright winners, as did Brad Cox. And Brad, of course, had the 3-year-old champ and the Horse of the Year, which are the 2 biggest categories we have.
Always exciting to see those champions being recognized. We get to see all their great highs on the track, and that's what I was going to ask you. Anything you were really particularly surprised about?
Not yet. The margin and the Cox Asmussen a little bit, because I thought their numbers were really close, as I wrote about. And again, I was glad to see that Medina Spirit got 84 votes. I was just worried because he had a great year.
He did.
He really did. I was happy for Michael McCarthy that CC got the older filly mare sprinter over Gamine. And that was pretty close, 136 to 97, as it should have been, because they were 2 really, really good fillies.
Congratulations to all those winners, and we're going to see many of them, and there's a new place you can watch and wager. It's the Race and Sports Book at Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. Our very own Bruce Casella has more.
4, 3, 2, 1.
History was made today at the new Chickies and Pete's Crab House and Sports Bar in Malvern, Pennsylvania. Parks Casino teamed up with the restaurant to launch a race and sports book, the first and only race and sports book in the country to open up inside a restaurant or sports bar.
Chickie and Pete's is a sports bar, but it's made history today by casting the first bet. To be the first at anything or the best at anything is great. And I feel that Parks Casino is the best casino in the state of Pennsylvania, and bringing us in as the first sports bar in the country to have a sports book and a race book, we're honored.
The brand new facility features a full-service Parks race and sports book with live tellers plus sports betting kiosks. The facility has wall-to-wall televisions with great views and great food, and the perfect place to watch and wager on your favorite team or racetrack.
We're really happy in the partnership that we have with Chickies and Pete's. It's been a long time, over decade partnership in multiple locations, but now with sports betting being legalized in the state of Pennsylvania and us having the OTB license that lets us put a race and sports book pretty much where we want it within a radius of the Parks racetrack, we were happy to join in this partnership and be able to open up, the first race and sports book in the country that's inside a standalone restaurant.
Chickies and Pete's is widely regarded as one of the top sports bars in the country. Though partnership with Parks, the state's top casino, is a perfect combination for any sports fan.
The combination of racebook and sportsbook is starting to get the sports bettors and the growing side of sports betting to realize, wait, horse racing's a pretty interesting thing as well. And by the way, couple major advantages for horse racing. One, it's pretty much on all the time from somewhere around the world. And two, it's quick. So lots of action and opportunities with the combination of the two.
This is Bruce Casella reporting.
What's better than betting on horses while you eat your crab fries?
Nothing.
I will definitely be there. Well, it's time for us to head to our first break. When we come back, we're going to have our PTHA Executive Director, Jeff Maddie, and some top 3-year-old races in our national coverage. We'll see you after this break.
Classic Causeway at 3-2, leads it by a neck. Little Vic trying to go after that one.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Did you know the Pennsylvania horse racing industry provides health care and pensions for thousands of workers who in turn spend their income supporting local communities? And we do it with zero tax dollars while creating tens of thousands of jobs.
Here in Pennsylvania, we're proud of our breeding program, the best in North America. But we're also proud to be leaders in this industry. The PA Horse Breeders Association is funding cutting-edge research at Penn Vet to detect gene doping in thoroughbreds. And we endorsed the SAFE Act to help end the slaughter of American horses. Plus, we're pleased to support the aftercare programs set up by our horsemen's groups. Just a few of the reasons why you should join us in Pennsylvania, the premier place to breed and race.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing, and we're pleased to have Jeff Maddie, our new PTHA Executive Director, here joining us. We're going to be talking about the new Equine Safety and Welfare Act that's being implemented right here at Parks Racing, and let's jump right into this. Obviously, our horses are always the most important. What is this act?
So, Danny, basically the Pennsylvania State Horse Racing Commission, they've come out with this 10-step process. There's things on there from pre-race to post-race, even monitoring during the race. So basically, it's a list that we already implement, because here at Parks, we put the safety of our animals and the safety of our riders first and foremost from the start. But basically, it's a 10-step process to better the way that we go about doing business. It's a living and breathing list. First and foremost, it's the safety of our riders and the safety of our horses, which is always paramount here. It just happens to be words on paper that back that up from the commission level.
Is there anything specific, Jeff, in there that you need to take a little time to implement, or is all this stuff just going to happen fairly soon?
No, honestly, Dick, there's only a few things that are going to happen as of March 1st. Okay. And the few things that are happening March 1st, we already do. Like monitoring the AM works, Dr. Silverman and her team here, the state vets, they already monitor that. There's a few in here. A lot of our horsemen are struggling with number 5, which is if a horse doesn't finish in the top 4 positions in 5 consecutive races. I just want our horsemen to know that that wording is already scrapped. So there will be new wording about that. We can all point out what we're looking to do. And what we're looking to do is to not have the horses run that are vulnerable for anything to happen to them. So we want to protect our horses first and foremost and their riders. But again, it's just words on paper to keep things going in the right direction here for the betterment of our horses and the betterment of Parks Racing.
If there's issues with horses, that's what Turning for Home is all about.
Absolutely. We have a tremendous program here, and it's second to none with Danielle Montgomery and her staff. Our horses go to their second careers, which is most times better than their first careers. It's a life of fun, grass, and a lot of enjoyment for them and their new owners.
Well, thank you so much for explaining this. And like a lot of our handicappers can relate, these horses are under such a watchful eye from the time they step on the racetrack to the time they even go to the starting gate. So we look forward to just continued success with this. And it's time for our National Race of the Week, brought to you by the Chapman Auto Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your car truck, well, you did pay too much. We're going to head to Tampa Bay. It's the Grade 3 Sam F. Davis going a mile and 16th for 3-year-olds. Going to get some Kentucky Derby points here. Our favorite is Classic Causeway, 8-5 for trainer Brian Lynch.
He comes out of that Kentucky Jockey Club, Danny, which looks like a key race. He was second in that race. White Barrio was third. We saw him win the Holy Bull. Horse that finished way back, came back to win the Lecomte. So we're talking about a key race. And of course, the horse that won it, Smile Happy, is yet to make his 3-year-old debut. That will be Saturday, today, in the Risen Star.
Our second choice is Make It Big, 6-1 for trainer Safi Joseph, that trained White Barrio we just talked about.
Yeah, so Safi's already got a hot 3-year-old, and he wants to see if he can get to him.
Here's the call with Jason Beam of the Sam F. Davis.
Classic Causeway broke beautifully, goes right to the front. Little Vic on the outside, though, going to come join him past the wire the first time round. Trademark came away third in between horses. Then comes Make It Big on the outside in the 4th position as they go into that first turn. Mr. Rum Runner tries to sneak up the inside from 5th. Golden Glider is 6th right now, with Volcanic, the stablemate, right alongside in 7th. Length and a half more back to Shipsational in 8th. Trying to mount a rally from the back is Kitten Mischief. Then we come back to Unpredictable Bay, who's off the pace today. And it's a length more than back to Strike Hard, and God of Love is the trailer. So they go on to the backstretch, 22-3. Classic Causeway at 3-2, leads it by a neck. Little Vic trying to go after that one as they go past the 5/8 marker. They're a length and a half ahead of Make It Big between horses Trademark and Mr. Rum Runner down toward the inside. Volcanic catches the eye a little bit, starting to move up on the outside from 6th. Then comes Golden Glider, who's 7th in and amongst horses. Shipsational is 8th. Strike Hard trying to get rallying up from the back is 9th. Then we get back to Unpredictable Bay. Still at the back is God of Love. Just 10 lengths cover them as they go to that far turn. Classic Causeway, Little Vic. Make It Big out 3 deep, trying to come after them up front. 46-3 the time for the opening half mile. Classic Causeway, Little Vic. These two continue on. They open up 2.5 lengths. Volcanic trying to launch. Golden Glider in between horses, or in behind horses rather. Shipsational's also trying to put in a bid. Classic Causeway comes to the top of the stretch. Little Vic has been hounding him throughout as they spin to the top of the lane for the Sam F. Davis. It's Classic Causeway off the turn in front now by 2. Little Vic back in the second spot, lugging in Mr. Rum Runner. It's 2 more than to Volcanic. Shipsational trying to run on down the crown of the track. 16th pole. Classic Causeway. Here's Shipsational, who bursts out from the pack, but it's Classic Causeway. I read Ortiz, easy as can be in the Sam Davis. Won it by 4.
Classic Causeway getting the win with trainer Brian Lynch and Irad Ortiz, who we'll talk about, who had a really good day. And that was a really competitive Sam F. Davis field.
I thought it was a super impressive victory, Danny, because Classic Causeway was under heat the entire time. Little Vic was just rushed to the front by Paco Lopez. And you're thinking at some point Classic Causeway is going to get tired, right? And somebody's going to come and get him. Not only did that not happen, he ran away from the field again in the stretch. Only thing that wasn't impressive, frankly, was the buyer figure. It was only an 88, but visually, that was a pretty impressive race.
Yeah, and Tampa is known to be a little bit of a deeper, sandier track, and I love Brian Lynch said it's enough to keep the dream alive.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see where he goes next. Obviously, they'll have one more. Will it be the Tampa Bay Derby? Will it be, I mean, there's so many choices. Will they go back to Gulfstream? Who knows? But Classic Causeway's in the hunt as we head to the first Saturday in May.
He certainly is. I think they're going to stay at Tampa Bay, as I read, but
makes sense.
Let's head out to the West Coast. It's Golden Gate Fields. It's the $100,000 El Camino Real Derby going a mile and 1/8. And our favorite is McKinnon, going to make that start on synthetic track for Doug O'Neill.
So I thought his first dirt try since he became that really good turf horse was okay in the Sham. Not great, but okay. Now they're going to try the Tapeta, which is maybe a little more like turf. I think that's the thought, no kickback. We'll see how McKinnon does for Doug O'Neill.
And surprisingly, Blackadder, second choice, 7-2 for Bob Baffer. Edwin Maldonado does make the trip up north.
Right, a son of Quality Road, who's obviously a very, very good sire, just broke his maiden, and probably, if this is a trainer other than Double B, this horse isn't getting bet like that, but when Baffer shows up for a 3-year-old prep, they get bet.
Here's the call of the El Camino Real Derby.
Nuestro and Greedo, the 99-1 shot who leads the El Camino Real Derby parade towards the first turn. He's in front by a length and a half from Stormy Samurai in second. El Bellator is on the outside in a good stalking position. Unraptured is next in the 4th spot. He races alongside of McKinnon, so after the slow getaway, or an undesirable one, he's running in the 4th position with Unraptured. They're both 3 lengths off the pace setter Nuestro and Greedo, a space of 2 to Blackadder. Boise is next. Delmo is parked outside of him. Meet Me at the Club with 2 runners wedged between horses now. Dr. Piscato inside and a 3 deep come on man at the back of the pack. About 10 lengths, covers the entire field with 5 furlongs. furlongs to go, and Nuestro and Greedo, he strings them out. Leads by a length and a half from Stormy Samurai in a good position. He's running in second. The same can be said for McKinnon. He continues to make up ground into the third position down the backside, down on the fence with Abel Cedillo. Il Bellator races outside of him. A length and a half to Unraptured. He's a clear fifth, now sent along a little bit as they hit the forward turn run. Blackadder patiently ridden at the rail. Boise's advanced to position as they round the far turn. There goes Delmo from the back of the pack. He catches the eye, and he's making a sweeping run, Delmo, as they round the turn. Coming back up top, Nuestro and Greedo has company from McKinnon now, and Il Bellator is right there as they come to the top of the stretch. It's wide open. Delmo, McKinnon making up good ground on the outside. Inside, Nuestro and Greedo's fighting, but McKinnon has hit the lead inside the furlong pole. It's McKinnon and Abel Cedillo. Blackadder coming out of the pack. Maddock at 1-2. Blackadder on the inside. Blackadder, McKinnon, and it's going to be Blackadder.
Well, kind of an exciting finish there with Blackadder catching McKinnon, but you have to think that break killed McKinnon.
Yeah, no doubt the break really got McKinnon in a lot of trouble, and then when there was a hole in the stretch, Blackadder got it. McKinnon came outside. Blackadder finished a little better. And it's a win and you're in, Danny, for the Preakness, just like Ron Bauer last year. Ron Bauer won this race, got a win and you're in, didn't go to the Derby. Obviously, at the moment, Baffert can't run in the Derby. We're still awaiting the results of the hearing that was Monday in Kentucky, the Stewards hearing on the Medina Spirit. Positive what's going to happen. We don't know yet.
Kind of cool first and second place horse finishes, both wearing the Maddox stables. Yep. How many horses can Baffert run in the Preakness? Because now he's got free berth to the Preakness with Blackadder.
I think he's going to have the entire starting gate, Danny.
That's what I'm thinking.
Baffert will be guaranteed. You know what? It'll be 13 Bafferts against the Derby winner.
Definitely.
In the Preakness. And in that case, I like Baffert.
And if Blackadder does jump up and run really good in the Preakness, maybe they'll take a look at making this a graded race, as that's the course Ron Bauer took.
That's right. I like it.
Well, let's head back to Tampa Bay. It's for the 3-year-old fillies, $100,000, the Suncoast Stakes, and our favorite is Nest for a partnership we see a lot, Todd Pletcher, Irad Ortiz.
Yeah, here's a daughter of Curlin, and a really good-looking daughter of Curlin. Last seen in early December at Aqueduct, winning the Demoiselle, 1-5 on Nest for Pletcher and Irad.
And the second choice is going to need just what her name says, a little love and luck for Michael Denny.
Going to need more luck than love in here, because running against a really, really good filly.
Here's the call of the Suncoast Stakes.
Mining Chrome there by a length. A little love and luck. Racing along in second. Nest now finds her way out to the clear as a joint third with Blame the Champagne. Hey Penny, Peaceful Surprise. They race together fifth and sixth. They're a length and a half clear of Princess Elin, who's under a good hold at the back. 24-2, so they're in no hurry up front as Mining Chrome takes them down this Tampa Bay Downs backstretch. Mining Chrome there, 3/4 of a length. A little love and luck in the second spot. Nest continues out in the clear in third. Blame the Champagne back a spot now fourth as Hey Penny starts to inch into contention from fifth. It's a length more than back to Peaceful Surprise. Princess Elin, those two are at the back. A half mile left to go in the Suncoast Stakes. The opening half, 49-1. So moderate tempo out there for Mining Chrome, who goes to the far turn. A little love and luck now turns up the pressure from that second spot. Nest waiting in the wings outside in third. Blame the Champagne asked to go after them from the fourth spot. Then comes Hey Penny, who's trying to go on from fifth. Princess Elin starts to creep into it a little bit from sixth. And Peaceful Journey's at the back as Nest comes up to the lead now. It's Nest who comes up after the lead. Little love and luck back to second as they turn to the top of the stretch. Nest now a half length in front. A little love and luck back to second. It's 3.5 or 4 lengths more back to Hey Penny down the outside with Blame the Champagne, but a final furlong to go and Nest sets sail for home. It's Nest by the 16th pole, widening now. 3 in front, a little love and luck. Second best to the most facile of winners here. Nest going to go on to win it, geared down by 4.5, 5 in the end.
And it's 5 wins for Irad. What a big day. 5 wins for Irad Ortiz on Nest.
Yeah, Irad, you know, you make that trip across Florida for 5 winners at Tampa Bay. You give up that Gulfstream card. Nest probably next in the Ashland and Keeneland is the final prep for the Kentucky Oaks. Only an 82 buyer, will have to run faster, but man, she's got the bloodline, she's got the trainer, she's got the rider.
I loved where she was sitting.
Yeah.
She just, after she
always
broke,
looked like a winner, right?
Yeah, in that clear spot, they had to be feeling good. And Irad, I mean, he's so talented, but he's riding the favorites too.
It does help when you're riding a 1-5 show.
Absolutely. Well, it's time for us to head to another break. When we come back, we're going to have our jockey and trainer of the week and lots more exciting races and race recap. We'll be right back after this break.
On match race to the backstretch, and they're flying along. It is Thomas Shelby from Plainsman.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home. Always so proud to talk about them, our racehorse retirement program here at Parks Racing. And our Jockey of the Week goes to our new 7-pound apprentice, Jose Antonio Gomez. It's a name we're going to hear a lot. He's consistently getting a win every day on the card, and he's in the right barns.
Yeah, he said he's riding for Butch Reed and for John Service, the guys that win a lot of the races here.
Yeah, we'll be hearing his name a lot. And our Trainer of the Week is an oldie but a goodie, Phil Aristone, one of our longtime PTHA board members. That barn's been rolling lately.
Yeah, and Phil, of course, a Hall of Famer here at the track. Phil seems like he's been here forever because he has, and he's Phil.
You will not meet a classier guy. Well, it's time for us to jump into our race recap. We're going to head to Oaklawn Park. It was a big one, the Grade 3 Razorback, $600,000, a mile and 16th. And to me, this was the race of the weekend.
Yeah, this is as cool a race as you'll ever see. Thomas Shelby, the 6, Plainsman, the 8, are battling. Well, they've been battling from the time they came out of the starting gate, Danny. And you keep waiting for somebody maybe to go by these two. It never happens. They're going to run all the way around the track together. And Plainsman, the 8, is going to get up right at the finish to win it by a neck for those people. Brad Cox and Joe Rosario.
An eclipse warning duo.
Yep.
And pretty cool to see that fist bump post the wire between David Cohen and Joel Rosario, because they knew how that stretch was.
Yeah, you don't see that many because usually one of those horses will back out. Neither one ever did.
Game racehorses, gotta love it. And keeping the love at Oaklawn Park, it was the Grade 3 Bayakoa Stakes, a mile and 16 for our fillies and mares, $250,000. And to me, I never thought the 2 was going to get there.
No, it's an amazing kind of a ride. Miss Bigley, the 2, I mean, it looks like this is a race that got postponed a week because of the snow. Not going to get there, and then finally splits and just comes rolling. The favorite trend, 4th, 6th, and 5th, and here's one of the longer shots, 5-1. Miss Bigley's going to roll by to win the Bayakoa.
And that's a name, Phil D'Amato. We see him running. I know he's based out in California, but it looks like he's got a string at Oaklawn, and he's been very effective there.
Think of him mostly as a turf guy in California, but yes, as you said, Dan, he's come to Oaklawn and he's starting to win some races.
Miss Bigley, big winner there. Never thought she was going to get there, and boy, she burst through those seams. Well, let's head down to Gulfstream Park. It's the Grade 3 Gulfstream Park Turf Sprint Stakes, 5/8 on the turf. It's a fast one. Don't close your eyes because it'll be over.
Yeah, Gear Jockey is 1-5. This is a 7. I mean, he won the turf sprint at Kentucky Downs, was in the Breeders' Cup at only 8-1 in the turf sprint, won by Golden Pal, but he never gets in the race at all. It's all about the 4. Yes, I Am Free. I love the name. Claimed for $62,000 back in April of 2021. In a first graded stakes win for the trainer Laura Casares. And Yes, I Am Free was really good. Won by over 3 lengths at the wire and got a 100 buyer figure.
That's a lot when we're talking about a turf sprint race.
Yep.
And what's really cool is he's a 6-year-old gelding, and we see a lot of times these older horses just get better. These turf horses, they last a long time.
Oh yeah, no, and they can last, right? Because they don't run that often, and it's just a 5-furlong burst, and it's on the grass, which is less hard on the horse's legs. So, Yes, I Am Free could be a name to watch as maybe we'll even see him in the Turf Monster later in the year.
That'd be pretty cool to see him here at Parks. Well, it's time for Ion Racing, and it's going to be a big day down at Fairgrounds. They have 6 stakes highlighted by the Grade 2 Rachel Alexandra, which has a horse in there that's run her last 2 races here at Parks, Divine Huntress. Her last 2 wins came here at Parks for trainer Grand Motion.
Now that'll be cool, and of course the Risen Star, the next in the prep series down in Louisiana. We'll see the 3-year-old debut of what is right now the future book favorite for the Derby, Smile Happy, Kenny McPeak. This is the best horse he's ever had at this stage. and hopefully Kenny can get this horse to the Derby. He'll be a pretty heavy favorite. There was a start today. And the Barbara Fritchie at Laurel, we got our good Pennsylvania bred Jakarta is going to run there, Danny, and sometime after she runs, they're going to breed her to Essential Quality. So she's getting close to retirement. This potentially could be her last race, but how cool was she when she won up here? Then she went down to Gulfstream, ran a really good third in that race where we had Donnie Brown's filly win. So Jakarta today at Laurel.
Can't wait to see that matchup between her and Essential Quality. And I'm really excited for Perfect Day. He's shipping in, running in the Miracle Wood Stakes, and Tyler Service, they have that perfect record.
Yep.
We'll see if he can keep that going.
Yeah, so Laurel and Fairgrounds are places to watch today for Parks horses and potential Derby horses.
Absolutely. Use your Parks Racing mobile app or come hang out with us here and bet on the simulcast. Well, it's time for our final break. When we come back, we're going to have news and notes here on Let's Go Racing.
Did you know absolutely no taxpayer dollars support the Pennsylvania horse racing industry? In fact, racing generates $1.6 billion that pays taxes, creates jobs, and more, right here in Pennsylvania.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
The hard-working folks
who proudly earn our living
in Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs. And billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our news and notes is brought to you by the Granny Fund, which provides continuing education right here for our wonderful backstretch community. And Dick, you're up on Sirius Radio today.
I am up on Sirius Radio. Danny, you did a great job last week. 11 o'clock, Channel 85, Bill Finley, Dave Johnson down the stretch. Chris Griffin went off the first. He'll be back next week. And then Danny and me will rotate every other third week, and looking forward to it.
And also, we have a big thing tonight. We have our Horsemen's Awards Banquet. It's going to be here in Bensalem. And we know for you guys that aren't going to be there, you have to come join us at the races this Monday because we're going to unveil our 2021 Horse of the Year on the program. And it's going to be a good keepsake.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to give it away, Danny, by any chance. But look, the people were here all year. They saw all these good horses run. It's possible that this horse's initials could be CW.
It could rhyme with bagging. But we're also going to show the videos of our winners. Make sure to come see them. It'll be a fun day on Monday for sure. It certainly is. Well, come join us. We race here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, post time 12:25. That does it for Dick and I. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week.